We are about to meet the newest member of the Stephanopoulos Wentworth family. But here's how things went down at our house last night when we met the new addition.
Over there.
Oh my God. If you've ever wondered what Allie does when I'm not home,
This guy? We start our own rescue.
this is it.
And who's this girl? Who's this Elizabeth Taylor?
This is Dixie, and Dixie's a doodle.
Our family decided the time was right to rescue a new pup after our dog Cooper passed away in May.
He was the best. And George and I were like, oh, is it too soon to get a dog?
5 golden retrievers and 2 mixed breed puppies, all up for adoption at the One Love for Animals shelter in Chester County, Pennsylvania.
How did that come to be? That you have all these like perfect puppies that should have agents and managers?
Well, we pull dogs from a number of places. We rescue dogs from puppy mills, but we also pull from overcrowded city shelters. Often we take them up from the islands, from the south.
You have to be careful adopting. You have to go to a reputable place.
They do. What we look for are kind and forgiving.
Yeah.
Because this puppy's going to chew on wires.
Yeah.
They'll probably have a few accidents. One of the things that distinguishes a good rescue from a poor rescue is that they take their animals back if there's a problem.
I think it's either him or him.
This is why we're married. That's exactly what I think.
So get ready to meet the newest member of our family.
This is Fig. Hi, Piggy. This is Fig. And she was rescued. We adopted her last night. And if she wasn't adopted, she probably would have spent her life in a cage as a breeder. And I know what that feels like. So she is really sweet. She was covered in ticks and fleas, but not anymore.
Yeah.
And we really wanted to
She's very chill.
adopt another dog.
Yeah.
But how did you decide on Fig?
I usually am the person that is attracted to the three-legged, one-eyed, like I'm always about the underdog.
Yep.
And so they brought all these puppies in, and I was drawn to a dog named Honeycomb, who is the sweetest. He's
First one that caught my eye when I walked home.
Yeah, a mixed breed from South Carolina. He was supposed to be euthanized, and they brought him up. The only thing is he was so skittish, and I thought this dog should not live in Manhattan.
The sirens,
every
all that.
horn, yep. George snores so loudly, and then I looked at this little girl, and she was just like,
She's
"Hi,
so chill.
I might be cuter than everybody in this family."
Yeah.
And she just came up to me, and I thought, and I wanted a boy because we have 2 daughters.
Yeah.
And yet this little girl just caught my eye, and George is ready for me to start exercising again. So, and by the way, for people who recently lost a pet, for us, Cooper was, I literally gave birth to this dog. And so he passed away, and we went through a mourning period when he had cancer. And then I felt like, you know what? I have the bandwidth to give other dogs a great life. Right. So we went on the search, and I saw her on
Her whole litter.
iloveforanimals.org, and I just went, okay, all right, here we go.
Allie, I love that you're all about rescue. And
Always.
This is a shelter in Pennsylvania. It's called One Love for Animals.
Yep.
They help animals, and they place them in homes all over the Northeast.
Yes.
What was it about this organization? Because, we love our North Shore Animal League.
I love North Shore, too.
Yeah.
Daisy came from North Shore.
Yep, Daisy came from North Shore. One of my best friends, Beth Stern, does a lot
very,
of work
very
with
involved.
it.
But this organization is really, really changing
They're
lives
amazing,
of
and he actually, Bill, who runs it, did this piece for Oprah a few years ago with Lisa Ling about puppy mills, and they went undercover and they were. So it's a great organization, and the puppies that we didn't adopt, although we might get a few more, he just doesn't know that. All the other puppies are still available, especially Honeycomb. So you gotta go.
Well, you should
please.
tell the story. Honeycomb, you were so torn.
I was so, okay, here's the real story. I took both of them. He went to sleep, and when George goes away, anything can happen. And he went to bed, and I was like, I'm going to take her and Honeycomb. And then I realized This one is, chewing an extension cord. Honeycomb was like every noise freaked out. And Daisy, who's our 16-year-old blind, deaf, incontinent, mean girl, I just thought I can't have 3 completely different. I can't. I'd have to devote my life. Like, who's gonna make him dinner if I'm always focused on the dogs? So I ended up just taking her, but I'm saying to America, this dog Honeycomb is a really special dog.
I know all of them, and
Of course, all of
and
them.
those puppy mills are just.
Well, that's the thing. I thought, I've never had a purebred dog because I've always, gone for mutts.
Yeah.
And a lot of these purebreds, like little Fig here, she would have had a horrible life.
Right.
She would have lived in a cage her whole life and just bred
only
puppies,
come out
puppies,
to do
puppies.
the job. Yep.
Yeah, like Handmaid's Tale.
Just like it.
I rescued her from Handmaid's Tale.
I feel like we've got a glimpse at the duty roster, but who's walking, who's feeding, who's training?
Well, training we've never been.
Yeah, we're
great at.
not into training. We have a 22-year-old and a 20-year-old. They're not potty trained. So I will try to train her. And George walks at night. I do the big walk in the morning.
And then I do the early morning
Yeah.
on the weekends.
And believe it or not, he's the cuddler.
Aw.
He cuddles. He
I
sits
do
with
believe
his
it, yeah.
computer and my reading glasses, and he has a dog on his lap, and so he is.
That sounds
He's
like the
mushy.
It is a pretty good life.
This one cries whenever it comes to dogs. So this dog, and she's going out to the beach this weekend.
Yay.
So
That's always so fun.
she's
for
never
her.
been out of
First ocean.
First ocean. She's never been out of a crate until I took her for a walk last night, and she was like,
got the best
"What is
This
this
is such a great
crazy
thing
city?"
to tell people.
Yep.
It's such a great
It
thing.
is.
It is.
And there are so many animals out there in need of a forever
Yes.
home.
Yes.
Scan the QR code on your screen to get more information on Adoptable Pledge from I Love for Animals. And that
Her siblings are still available. You can be siblings with me and George.
Oh, well. Now all the people turned away. I know. They will be joining more than 20 other organizations here in New York City on July 12th for a Broadway Barks adoption event. And if you're ready to take home a new pet, you can. Oh yes. Oh, good girl.